Valedictorian and class president, Samuel Altland, to the stage.
I too am very excited there's the Jumbotron here today. So, good afternoon, members of the Board of Education, Dr. George, Mr. Anella, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, fellow graduates. Before I embarrass myself by trying to be funnier than Tony, I would like to take this opportunity to get a few things out of the way. The first, I'd like to fulfill a promise I made to a South student almost 4 years ago. Dan Boyd, I suppose I have to thank you for your faith in me because just a few months into freshman year, you for some reason believed that I would be making a graduation speech here today and maybe promise to put you in it. Now, thinking back to almost 4 years, I can just imagine all the times that you pointed at me in the hall and said, graduation speech, and then walked away in the direction of the Middletown South gym. By the way, do you read the letters? And it's been truly a pleasure to know you, and I hope that I ever paid my debt to you, and I do truly hope that one day our paths do once again cross. Anywhere you are. I guess that's sort of the sad part of all this, though. We can take all the skills, memories, and knowledge with us wherever we may go in the next 4 years, but we can't necessarily take the people with whom we spent so much of our high school careers. For every single graduate here today is a product of those individuals who have dedicated their time and energy to molding us into the fine young men and women we are today. Our families, of course, played an important role, by the way. My family, Michaela, Ryan, Richard, love you guys. But it's also been our teachers, and sometimes, most importantly, it's been our friends who played such a role. And as we become scattered to the four corners of the country next year, we may begin to lose touch with those individuals who will become such integral parts of our lives. However, what we must remember never to forget all the lessons that they have taught us, because every individual that steps into our life brings something that we must learn. This speech is as much a thank you to those individuals who have helped us along the path as it is to those who have walked it. One of the teachers who I hope really never forget is also the teacher whose class I struggled with more than any other in high school. But I think it was that struggle and also the lessons I learned in that class that made this class so memorable. Ms. Oaks, I don't think I really ever thanked you properly for what you did for me as a freshman, because what you taught me really shaped me as an individual. You showed me that I had to fight for myself and that there would always be adversity. You taught me that things weren't always going to work out exactly the way I want and that I'm not nearly as smart as I think I am, a lesson which everyone tries to remind me on a daily basis. But most importantly, you rewarded my hard work, which I think, more than anything else, showed me how great it feels to overcome an obstacle, and most importantly, showed me the power of perseverance. So, in all honesty, the things you taught me in ninth grade, although they weren't necessarily to do with world history, were among the most important lessons I learned in high school, although I may have been too aggravated to realize it at the time. I learned lessons from other teachers as well. These went far beyond the syllabus. Dr. Benoff taught me how to think outside the box, and Mr. Murphy taught me about perspective. I learned compassion from Mr. Frank and Mr. Mount, and I learned team chemistry from Coach Boyer. And finally, Mr. Pierce taught me to never be afraid to speak my mind, and that criticism means that someone still cares enough to want to help. These teachers, along with dozens of other members of the faculty, answered the call to affect the lives of their students, and I know that I speak for every individual assembled here when I say that we are immeasurably grateful. There are individuals who I'm proud to call my friends who also helped me along the path. John Moriarty and Billy Sansone taught me that nice guys always finish first. Ryan Cunningham taught me that there's no need to grow up too fast. The guys on the soccer team, Campbell, Geaver, Monahan, Burgess, Hughes, Einstein, and the rest, taught me about resilience and also having to try with two sides. Lauren Dexter and Bridget Scare taught me what it truly means to be a competitor and also that girls hit just as hard as guys. Will Stolmeyer and Matt Tamika taught me about political ideology, and Dylan McCabe taught me what it means to be a gentleman. And finally, Sarah Segovia taught me to be less like Pinocchio and more like a real human being. And also, taught me about Michelle J, taught me about humility, and how adversaries can also make the best of friends. These names are a sample of the hundreds of people who have left indelible marks upon our past. And when we forget the faces of these individuals as we move on, what will remain forever are the lessons that they have left us with. Well, we're by no means done learning, and although the next 4 years will probably be as tumultuous and as exciting as the previous 4, I think it's important to realize the lessons we've learned and the ways that we've changed. As Tommy alluded to in his speech, one of the things we discuss most often is change. As Tommy said, the common refrain among us is, some things will change, which is always followed by the phrase, some things don't have to. But some things do change. I've changed since I walked into high school 4 years I don't know if there's anyone here who hasn't been changed by South in some way. But this change should not be feared. This change should not be pushed away. Instead, it should be embraced. I'm pretty relieved that I am nothing like that 8th grade that gave a speech to you guys at the 8th grade graduation. I'm really glad you also don't have to hear a speech this year, because that would be awful. I'm so glad that I wanted to sit and listen to it, in all honesty. But I think that I've grown. And I don't know if I've grown for the better in Middletown South, but I think that the things I've learned, the people who I've been with, have shaped me into who I am today. I'm thankful for that. And so, graduates, I leave you with this final remark. As you go out into the world to pursue your dreams and change the world, I urge you to do 2 things. First, never forget the lessons that you've learned and the lives that you hopefully have, and the lives of the people who have touched you. And second, strive to affect the lives of those around you, for you never know how you can shape someone for the better. I have penciled in here, and I love you, Beth, from Berlin, but that's probably not going to happen today. But what I will say is, it's been an honor to share our high school experience with you. Congratulations to the class of 2013.